Azure Disk Storage. Any OS disk associated with the virtual machine in Azure will get stored in a disk storage account. And also, any OS image from which this OS disk is generated will get stored as a .vhd file within the disk storage. Azure Store Simple. In a hybrid cloud storage solution, Azure offers Store Simple. Store Simple is a hybrid storage solution that works at a SAN, storage area network, level. It was used to be a separate company, but Microsoft brought it with them and is now offering the same services as a part of Azure and from DR, disaster recovery, perspective. Azure Site Recovery. In case if we want to use Azure as a DR data center, then we can use Azure Site Recovery to replicate the workloads from our on-premises data center into Azure. Replicated workloads will be stored as images within a storage account. Whenever our on-premises data center is down, we can run some automated scripts which will consider that recent image and build a virtual machine. Azure Data Box. If we have terabits of data which we want to transfer from the on-premises data center into Azure and we don't want to choose a network as an option because transferring the data over the network in terms of terabits is not feasible. So, in that case, we can use the Azure Data Box. By using Azure Data Box, we can load the data into the data box and give that data box to Microsoft. Microsoft will load that data into Azure. Azure Backup. We can use Azure Backup to backup the disks of our virtual machine into a recovery service vault and restore the same using that image. We have to be aware that Azure Backup doesn't utilize storage to store the disk image. They are stored in the Recovery Services Vault. Azure Monitor. It can be used for the monitoring of all these services. We can use Azure Monitor for simple monitoring, and we can use Log Analytics for advanced monitoring and analysis. We can also use alerts in case if we want to get alerted on certain things. For example, if the file share capacity is reaching its limit, then we configure it in such a way that we will get alert about the same. CDN, Content Delivery Network. It is used for the delivery of the contents stored in the storage account. We can use a content delivery network to reduce the latency of the delivery. We'll create a CDN endpoint near to the users to reduce the latency.